Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, September 8th at September 6th at 8:34 p.m. here in Northern California. It is hot, folks. I have never experienced such heat before in my life. Today, as I was going to pick my daughter up from school, the outside temperature was 112 degrees. Yesterday, the top temperature was 113 degrees here in Northern California. It is absolutely insane, folks. So we're trying to stay indoors and keep the AC running. My AC is working so hard, but you can't turn it on blast because you don't want there to be rolling blackouts and everybody lose their electricity, and then we all just die of heat exhaustion. So right now at 8:34 p.m., it's 101 degrees outside. So this is absolutely insane. And the question is, will we survive this week in this heat here in Northern California? But the bigger question for us is, will we survive what is happening in the crypto world? Will we survive this dump? And, honestly, I've been wanting the market to just dump and get it over with. I mean, just get it done. I'm going to start with this 4-hour chart here. So starting with this 4-hour chart, what we can see is that there's a clear downtrend on the 4-hour. But at least for the lows in the RSI, it's been a clear uptrend. We just broke down from there. But if this so number one, this uptrend here in the lows of the RSI could indicate hidden bullish divergence. Classic bullish divergence. Classic bullish divergence is a reversal pattern. It's a reversal indicator, whereas hidden bullish divergence is a continuation indicator. So if this is classic bullish divergence, where we've got higher lows in the RSI while we're making lower lows in the price, then what that would indicate is that we would most likely hit support down at the bottom of this trend and bounce bullish from the trend. All right. However, we've been getting psyched out by hidden bullish divergence, hidden bearish divergence. So it's yet to be seen. Once again, the invalidation point for that thesis is this line of support right here. The RSI breaks beneath that line, the classic bullish divergence thesis is invalidated. And simultaneously, really, we can just look at the price and see, do we bounce in the low 18,000s or do we break down bearish beneath this line? If we break down bearish beneath this line, we're going to go a lot lower. Now, if we take a look at this daily chart, what we can see is that we've already broken down bearish beneath our trend in the daily. This was a bullish trend. Remember I said that we had an uptrend here and we had hidden bullish divergence in the RSI that indicated that the uptrend should continue. Well, that has been invalidated now. Why? Because we have now a lower low in the price to match our lower lows in the RSI. So the thesis of hidden bullish divergence has been invalidated here. This just looks bearish to me. And so this being broken, us breaking down bearish here means that we're more than likely going to hit one of these or multiple lines of support. So the first line of support I have is 17,947. If we break beneath that, 17,558. And if we break beneath that, we're in the mid to low 16,000s region. Okay. Now that's a cause for concern. Now what we're going to see is kind of a series of dominoes that are lined up here that could all come crumbling down because first of all, if we break down to the mid 17s, let's say, that means we've broken down bearish beneath this line. Okay. So that means that this classic bullish divergence is invalidated at that point. We'll simultaneously make a lower low here in the RSI, if that's the case. So if we get this line here if we hit support here at 18,175, let's see if I can even just copy and paste that into this chart to see what that would look like. If we bounce at that first line, it's all good. But if we break beneath that first line and head to that second line, it starts to look worse because now we've got this bearish pattern here that we're breaking bearish beneath, and that's going to create some lower bearish targets for us. However, it gets even dicier when we take a look at the weekly chart because we're breaking bearish beneath this line of support. And that trend line is important because this trend line on the weekly chart, see how far back it goes. So now we did break beneath it over here in 2020. Okay. We established it in 2019. We did break temporarily beneath it in 2020, and we recovered within 2 weeks. This was the huge crash that happened, that black swan event that happened in 2020. Those of us who lived through that, it's like living through, a war, right? We're veterans. We've got scars to prove it, right? So now we're breaking down beneath that line again. Now, if we don't recover, I'm going to get rid of this. If we don't recover, what I see is breaking beneath this line. We've got two intermediary lines of support here. What we need to do is hit one of these lines or the bottom line of the trend here and bounce back up above this line, folks. If we don't, and this line becomes resistance, that could spell a much longer bear market situation than we anticipate. So we need the faster we can get back above this line, the better. However, what I think would be in our best interest is if we flush down to the mid 16,000s and then rebound quickly. That would be in our best interest. If we have one more flush and the big money is waiting down at the bottom of that flush, all is well. Everything's going to be good. But if not, if there's no money waiting down there, we're probably going to continue down in this bear trend. You see, we've got this trend within a trend. And the question was, which is going to prevail? Is it going to be this uptrend or this bear trend? And if we do not recover quickly from this breakdown here, then this is the actual trend. And we can even erase these lines above, and we're going to have to figure this whole thing out again. We're going to have to, figure out, basically at which point we break bullish out of this trend, what the targets are. It's not going to be very pretty. We're going to have to draw our lines all over again, and this would become a new era for Bitcoin. So we're going to be looking at it carefully, and there are multiple scenarios, but we're going to be looking at it carefully, folks. The cool thing, though, the promising thing that I see is if you look at the RSI, first of all, look at the price. In the price, we're very close to this low here. We're not far away from that low at all, right? But in the RSI, we're plenty above that low, which indicates to me that we could be making a higher low in the RSI, even if we make a lower low in the price. And that would be bullish divergence on the weekly chart. That would indicate that this, to me, if we make a higher low here on the weekly chart, that would indicate to me that the money is entering the market, the money is entering the game, and our redemption draweth nigh, so to speak. So, honestly, I do anticipate a flush, one final flush, one final capitulation. I've actually been saying this for weeks, that this could be the final capitulation that we've been waiting for, the final flush. As long as the big money's waiting at the bottom of it, what would be really disappointing is if we flushed all the way down to, let's say, 12, 16,000, whatever, and we still didn't have any volume. That would be really disappointing, because that means that we have no clarity that the bottom is in. The bottom is in when we see a big red volume bar followed by a big green volume bar. When we start seeing some big green bars, that indicates the money is in the game. And if the money is in the game, that means we're going upward and onward. So we're going to watch this, folks. I'll continue to report on this in tomorrow's video. I'm going to talk about Ethereum 2.0, what I see happening in the market with Ethereum. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do me a favor and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave me a message. And above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace, wake in joy, and walk in love. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.